Hello and welcome back to Game Start. I'm your host, Bardic Knowledge, and we're continuing on with The Witcher 2, though I was debating switching to the Pokemon Shield DLC. Oh, it's done it again. Just a moment. Need to fix the lighting. Why does OBS keep doing that? But yeah, the Pokemon Shield DLC, which came out earlier this week, I might start alternating the two. That's what I want. Properties. Configure video. It keeps... That's better. Okay. Back to game. T-posing Geralt. Alright, that... Yes, that looks right. Wonder why it's dimmer when that happens. Anyway, yes, planning on playing the Shield DLC, which I have to do a bit of setup on that, because right now all of my Pokemon are in home. Well, not all of them. I've got a whole bunch of, Alcremie and Milcery. Well, I've got a bunch of Milcery with the intention of doing the full set of 49 Alcremie. But I kind of gave up on that fairly quick, because that was gonna take ages. Come on, okay, there we go. Wanted to meditate. I need to be evening. Oh, that's better than before. I might actually just transfer my team from the end game over.
Greetings.
Is this the right place? No, it's over here. Let's go see Loredo. I keep forgetting if I sit back further, I can look up at the screen better.
I tell him, I'm taking your pounds. Or your
Why
pounds
two swords?
and your
Does he lose them all?
Oh, it's locked. Do I talk to one of the guard folk?
Loredo wanted to see me.
Commandant's busy. Come back after dusk.
The poor ones are always uppity.
Okay, I can't open that chest. It said after dusk, and I'm pretty sure I meditated to dusk. Yeah. And I can't pick any time in between. That's kind of annoying. So I guess...
Those outsiders are a plague. When will they leave?
Hello, neighbour. How's business?
Rotten, as ever.
Weird. The game feels like it's kind of glitching out a bit in the walking.
That prick Loredo turned
Those trousers do not match.
You think he was faultist himself?
I'm a
parading among his
witcher!
lessers?
The deal.
True enough.
From everything I've read, you don't want to be a witcher. Did I put out the fire?
Good boy. They're ravelos.
They pinch my ass and don't even leave a tip. Run!
A moral downfall in body.
Iron ore just for the taking.
I'm a witcher! Ha-ya!
I'll just be stealing a bunch of stuff. Not like anyone cares. Oh, that's lovely. Don't move away, kid. Torch. See what else I can loot around here. I think the plan is, once I've spoken to Loredo, to go out to where Triss is waiting.
We should commandeer a barn.
It's so strange. Let me...
nothing left for us here. There we'll have a new life, new opportunities.
It's not that
see me?
Commandant's busy. Come back after dusk.
I have to wait until midnight or something? Fine. Why don't I go and arm rest for a moment? For box, whatever. Let's go to the journal. He's not on the map. Alright, so let's go and do some fist fighting until after dusk then.
Disperse. Go home.
Greetings.
Look, people! Wonders
There we
and miracles!
Down the stairs, round the way.
Left hook. Watch out for the left hook.
Sticker. Sheridan. Veronica.
Dropped his fucking
Yannick. Tib. Jonas.
Welcome.
And farmer guy. Those are the dice poker people. Poker dice people.
Only the gods
Just lights out!
cries will fall.
And I guess then that Sticko's one of the guys in the arena right now.
So,
Who's up next?
he's a fresher
here
like
we
you,
go.
brother. Good for starters. Put your coin down. So, what'll it be?
Hey,
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin.
Left
I wonder
hook.
if he
Watch out
matches
for the
what
left
I
hook.
put down or if he just has his own amount. Basically QTE training.
In the kidneys!
That was fucking poetry. Up for another, brother.
I know.
Who's up next?
Cor Bransel, known as Flip-Arse.
Strange name.
Does everything backwards. Sleeps in daytime, drinks before he eats, and tells women to get dressed before he plows them.
Flip-Arse.
Show us your orange.
Actually
So
reminds me
what'll
of
it
a
be?
character from a movie, Little Big Man, who went through a phase where he did things backwards, including washing with sand and drying off in the water.
I'm ready.
Very odd
Gentlemen,
movie, kind
let
of a
the dance
parody
begin.
of certain old
Left hook.
westerny
Watch
movies.
out for the left hook.
And once again,
In
undefeated.
the kidneys!
And not just undefeated, untouched.
Hey, champ.
What?
I can tell you're a serious contender. Far too good for this drunken riffraff. Believe you me, I know what I'm talking about.
So? I don't know you.
They call me King Ziggy because I pay like a king. If you want a taste of fame and riches, look for me by the inn in the evenings. I'll take you to the right place.
This is the enemy.
Wouldn't want to get on
base.
your bad side. Up for another, brother.
Who's up next?
I knew you'd end up fighting each other.
Who's that?
Tidy Tib. The bastard eats honey straight from the hive, drinks for 4, and some say he can hang a bucket full of water from his cock. You better get a solid coin pouch ready. So what'll it be?
Let's see, what's my money at now? 740.
I'm ready.
We'll stick with the
Gentlemen,
minimum
let the
bet.
dance begin.
Even though these QTEs are very easy.
Hit the plowing bastard!
And hey.
Hit the plowing bastard!
And there we go. Another flawless victory.
That was fucking poetry. Congratulations! You dropped some of the toughest brawlers. Well done. Tournament's over.
Punch
Archers, lights out!
Who's this? Speaks little, drinks lots, hunts beasts and plows tarts. And oyster Nan stood by her town.
Dang it, caught on a table. That was not the door I wanted to go out of. Okay, journal. Fight Club. Alright. If it doesn't count as after dusk yet, then I'll try and hunt down Ziggy and talk to him.
Just like the horse market. I'm taking your pouch. Or your pouch and your life.
Loredo wanted to see me.
Commandant's busy.
Still not
Come
after
back
dusk
after
yet.
dusk.
How slow is time in this place? Oh, I see. That thing fills up the sun symbol there
The poor
as
ones are all
to signify the horizon. Okay. Nope.
That prick Loredo
Nope.
turned his nose up, eh?
So I currently have nothing to do in
He was
town.
faltist himself, parading among his letters.
glad we made the deal.
I
True
wonder.
enough. Sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth and bite back later.
Does crafting stuff still take up time? Let's see, I think I've got 2 cat at the moment still. So let's see what we can get here. Make some more bombs, possibly. Make 1 more bomb. So if I make this, I can sell it. For a decent amount. Apparently I'm an apprentice brewer. And it seems that doesn't take any amount of time, so
I always say
let's see if I can sell these potions.
We met in Vizima, remember? I stood at the gate to the house.
Oops, I went the long way around. Potions. Oh, I've got 8 cat? Ooh. And then, is it oils? Yes. Keep the arachnid oil. So that. Both of those. Hang on to the armor enhancements. Ooh, moon runes. Those actually sell for quite a bit, it seems. Pretty sure it doesn't show what I've got equipped. Means I could sell that without too much trouble, but I'm not going to, I think. Do I need the diagram to make this stuff? I don't know. The books don't have any weight. Let's see then. I want this. Okay, apparently I can't just use. I wonder then.
We're our own men.
You're
In the
a
capital,
blacksmith. Sure, there's a blacksmith somewhere around here.
Lads, I was thinking.
about what, new boy?
Well, there's that conversation again. Map. Need to zoom in. Okay, so there's a smithy outside of town. Let's go and talk to them. And unfortunately, I can't just say, hey, how about taking me to this spot? Or guiding me there. Oh, here's a smithy, which he's not at. So that's handy. Okay. Didn't quite come in the way I wanted to. Or come out, rather. Need to go around this. If I just follow the walls, I think I'll get to Outer Flotsam, or whatever the name of that little town outside the walls is. I've forgotten. I don't know, alchemy stuff will always be handy. Follow the walls. So I'm gonna have to go around on that side. Wonder why the pendant started glowing. I am on the wrong side of the village, aren't I? Well, at least this is wasting time. Yeah, I apparently managed to leave on exactly the wrong side of town. So how curious that I had to go through that double gate, and then I could just walk back in without any trouble.
What did he say?
Okay, now it looks like it's late enough for me to hop in.
What then?
There we go.
What?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
Leave your weapon here.
Guard it with care. It's very valuable.
Wait, Wolf. I need to talk to the Commandant too.
You going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a runt. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
Thought you were supposed to be a merchant for this little venture.
With these cunts, Loredo couldn't protect the port from a drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorveth.
He succeeded so far, Roach.
A ballista. The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair.
It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
an
know.
experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Come on, you
Unimportant.
could have just said
We need
during
to
the
damage
battle.
it if we don't want to be at Loredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax,
Whoa,
Roach.
whoa.
I don't want to fight this rabble again.
Why would we
As
need
long as
to
that
d-
weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Loredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's
Why would I need to
You know
disable
this
it?
one. A little lad was skipping down the path. Plow 'em all. Along came a dwarf man, kicked him in the arm.
Yorveth could take them single-handed.
Lucky he hasn't realized that.
Loredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Okay then. Nick some money from their coffers.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside
Did you
feast
hear?
with copious amounts
2
of
big
this.
shots.
How did you plan to get rid of the guard by the ballista?
I have my ways. But you wanted to do it alone, so go talk to the buffoon.
Alright then.
We'll talk later.
Was this the buffoon by the ballista?
No passage!
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True.
They say witches have no need to plough. Did you know that?
He can afford to tell it.
Yes?
Do we wait until the Honorable Lady is done with the Venerable Hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
My apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
Sure you
What
could
do you
have.
want?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
An offer. Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
You suspect right.
Do you know
Not
about
for
the monster
pleasure
in
at
the
all,
river?
really.
Might have heard something.
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus,
Oh,
I
This is
presume
from
that
my keyboard.
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
our honored host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast in question.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Loredo keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travelers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely. I saw Loredo's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
You talking about the
Why?
ballista?
We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck.
All right.
I'm gonna move my
I'll distract the
microphone
guard.
so it's gonna get a
Stay
bit loud
behind
for a
the house.
moment.
Brilliant as ever.
There. Okay.
Soldier, report to me immediately. Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little lad was skipping
What do you want?
I wonder if I stood around long enough if he would, Ooh.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
He turned around at
Commandant, sir.
exactly the wrong
We caught the
moment.
witches sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally!
Well, that's one way to get
While the sorceress
an
was
audience.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Loredo, then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
What about Vernon Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think later. And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I trust
This
you're on our
music in the
side.
background just makes me think of the
That are the
Snake
people of
Eater
Flotsam, of
song
course.
from Metal Gear Solid.
Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Loredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war.
Well, he's a bit closer
you, my
than
friend,
most people
cannot
would
straddle
be,
the fence.
it seems.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? The smiths, peddlers, and hunters? They eat with you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when Yorveth sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do.
I'm surprised they haven't turned on you already.
How so?
The town guards treat non-humans like shit. Frankly, I don't know what keeps them here.
I'll tell you what, Geralt. The hunger they'd face in the forest. But I grant you, those acts of, insubordination...
Am I about to make this place better?
Soldiers are simple men. When you see your mate die, a Scoia'tael arrow in his throat, it's hard to look favourably at the elf who sells your wife coloured kerchiefs. You're a Witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going.
Yorveth's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I have an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something.
Loredo's a
Every
bit more
night their scouts come
intelligent than I
closer.
gave him credit
I
for.
suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
A bit less selfish as well.
What do you want me to do?
As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarves will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
How can Zoltan help if he can't go outside the walls?
Step by step, Geralt. That's how you build trust. You could start by tending to a problem we have. A beast. The Kayran has blocked all boat traffic. I'm losing tolls. That is,
Yeah, he's still a
trading
bit of a
post is
greedy
losing revenue.
jerk, but
Kill the Kayran and I'll declare your
he's
friends acquitted of their crimes.
not
And
a
Zoltan
terrible
can take you to see
person.
Yorveth.
This
I'm
feels
a
in
Witcher.
character for Geralt.
I don't work for free.
Of course you don't. Help us capture the Scoia'tael commander, and you'll be rewarded generously. Straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
Now you stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.
Like petrichor. Smell of dust after rain. Key required, of course. So yeah. I do wonder if I'll get a second chance to go after the ballista.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
Somehow I doubt it. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can try again.
Don't
just
you
have to
traipse
hope.
around here. Don't you traipse around.
Oh, is that what I was supposed to be doing when I went behind the house instead? Whoops.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard.
Oh sure, don't hold the door open.
We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
Huh. I actually got a quest failed. Interesting. It's too bad the weapon that I tried so hard to hang on to from the previous game is nowhere near as good as the weapon that I got at the very beginning of this one. Like either of them.
I tell him, I'm taking your pal.
Okay, so why not? Let's do
What did he say?
this Fight Club business. And even though I've never watched that movie, I still know the first rule. And the second rule. The first rule of Fight Club is the first rule of Fight
Betting on
Club.
my boys won't give no fucking grief. Who does King Ziggy behold? Given any thought to my proposal?
I'm ready.
I'll explain on the way.
So let's see what things are like here.
Now, what Flotsam's famous for?
Nothing.
Kayran.
You're wrong there. There are only two towns worth visiting in the Pontar Valley. Bondar, famous for having the most beautiful halls in the north, and Flotsam, for having the best fist-fighting scene.
Who organizes these fights?
Officially, no one. But look hard and you'll be surprised what you can find. It's a vibrant scene with winners and losers of all kinds. I promote fighters, place them in tournaments.
Halt!
Don't recognise King Ziggy?
I know you. Who's the other one? He
I
looks
was
dangerous.
just here.
Like all of King Ziggy's fighters.
Well, that farmhand you brought in last time was carried out all broken in no time.
This one will be different. You'll see. The Commandant himself will bet a fortune on him.
All right. But if I'm to let him in, he
Give
has
him
to leave
about
all his
the
weapons
equipping.
here.
Fine.
You're a rich man already.
The weapons will be waiting in the trunk outside the gate.
Just like they were when I was last here. Does this get me to the garden?
In the flesh.
Does he condone these fights?
Condone? He sets them up. A lot of coin at stake here. I haven't been too lucky lately, but I believe you'll change that. People will remember King Ziggy. Just don't disappoint me.
Oh, that door I could just walk through. Probably because it wasn't a scene transition door. But yeah, I think this is now the garden out behind the house that I got caught in. A little hard to tell. All the lights like shining in my face, reflecting off the screen.
Sock it to him!
Ziggy the Clown returns.
And in grand fashion, I've got a contender who's about to be famous.
The Monster Slayer. How'd you talk him into fighting?
Yeah.
Ziggy has his ways.
All in all, looks promising.
We're about to make Flotsam famous for its mug fights. They'll sing songs about Ziggy and Geralt. You just win, and I'll take care of the rest. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Grand. I'll hear you say my name with reverence yet.
Highly
Twitch will be your
unlikely.
first opponent. So cool because Bones snapped with his every punch.
I love
think
these
I'm unlucky
pussies with
today.
cocky names.
Finish the fucker off!
Also a bit of a twig himself.
Sock it to him!
I mean, honestly, these QTEs are pretty simple.
Stand your ground!
I just unfocus my eyes and I can see all of them. Since they're in the same position as they are on the controller.
Beautiful job rearranging his face.
Who's next?
One punch method. Name says it all. Downs most opponents with his first punch.
I'll see if I can't make him throw a second.
Good luck.
Finish the fucker off!
If my opponents get to throw a punch at all.
Stand your ground!
Being called. Yep, he launched a punch. Managed a total of 3 punches, but none of them connected.
You're the discovery of my lifetime.
Think we're made for each other?
Indeed, but we've a long way to go. The next opponent is Smugface, also known as Tasseldick.
Not too popular then.
He has tassels on his clothes. Last month, he bit his opponent's ear off.
Bring on this Tasseldick.
Stand your ground!
Hey, not seeing any tassels.
Finish the fucker off!
Would you stop shouting at me? I'm trying to have a fight here. Just cheer indistinctly like the rest of the crowd.
Stand your ground!
And there we go.
Finish the fucker off!
These are way too easy.
One more and we'll be rich and famous.
Who is it?
Stenek. In a rumble, it takes at least 4 lads to take him down.
Zdenek, that's a name I've seen somewhere around.
I'll do it single-handed.
Don't underestimate him.
Witcher, come here a minute. It's impressive technique.
Are you gonna tell me to throw the fight?
Last fight's coming up, and everyone's betting on the dead cert. You.
Please don't tell me you're gonna try and tell me to throw the fight.
What do you want, Loredo?
Stenek has to win, but the true winners will be you and me. A third of the jackpot's yours, and that's not an offer.
I see. You're a regular con.
Your opinions don't interest me. You ought to take a dive. That's that.
Piss off, old man.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of person, and I don't think Geralt would be either. Wait, isn't this the old man in the swamp that I fought in the first game? Nice use of the ponytail in the fight animation. Wonder if that would be different if I hadn't changed my hairstyle. I pushed the wrong button.
Sock it to him!
You keep going for the same thing over and over there, is that Zdenek? And I believe that's the definition of insanity. Stop aiming for the ponytail. So do I get his tooth?
Here's your coin. The guards will take you to the gate. You'll regret this.
I told you we'd win. I've got a real sense for these things.
I think you owe me something.
Why don't we have some fun first? A free round at every inn, not to mention the girls.
You can screw my share.
Alright. I was expecting to have to do a fight. Where's my Raven's armor? 'Cause that should be right there with the rest of my armor. There it is. That was weird. But yeah, I was fully expecting to have another fight with the guards. Or to have a fight with the guards once I was pulled out there like that. Alright, so let's see if I can
did he say?
Nope. Okay, in that case, we'll do this Kayran quest with Triss.
Commandant Loredo sends his regards.
Oh, hello. Please.
Something's troubling me.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't make things okay.
That's probably a building and not a way out. This is a way out. Okay, so going this way into the woods and out of the woods. I'm randomly slowing down. Oh, Bindon, that's the name of the outskirts town. I'm just randomly slowing down for no discernible reason. It is very strange. And I am actually going the... Oh, nope, I'm going the right way now. Presumably. Oh, drowners. Oh wow. You're just coming from all over the place, aren't you? Yeesh. How many drowners are there in this area? That was honestly ridiculous. Well, let's loot some drowner bits. And then we'll move on. Apparently try and find the correct way this time. I probably have to leave, Binden, I think the name of the place was. I am not good with names. Oh, no, that's not gonna help me do what I want. I need to follow this path, I'm guessing. And I mean, presumably I should run into less monsters since I cleared out the Neckers and Endrega nests. As well as killed a few bandits. Okay. Here's where we ran into Triss before. So presumably we have to go this way. I guess there's a spot I should be able to climb down not? Ah, here it is. Since they're conveniently all shaped the same. Don't know why they couldn't have just made this a path instead of having you jump down all the time.
The massacre in Rivia, it came back to me, I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans, a young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death, or a state close to it, I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions, and I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me.
Okay, that was an amusing diversion. Ooh, tracks in the rock? Silt?
See those footprints?
Yeah, strange place for an evening walk.
Unless you're looking for adventure. Magic or danger?
Danger it is. Yeesh.
Nice to run into some old friends.
Almost brings a tear to your eye.
Oh, I just realized I forgot to, oops.
How's it living?
Splendid. I know
Not
every
mean to do
shit-
that. And there. What I meant to do was level up. I need to get to this one as quickly as possible. As much as I'd like to master the basics tree before I move on to the rest. Oh, oops. Yeah, I should equip these. So its lair is presumably somewhere over here, or is this just the phlegm that I need to grab? This is just the phlegm that I need to grab. Come on. There.
Wait a minute.
What are you going to do?
Cast a simple diagnostic spell. It should answer a few questions. This monster's sick, Geralt. It's dying.
How much time does it have left?
A few years? Perhaps a decade and change?
Too long. What's wrong with it? Any information could be useful.
The diagnostic spell showed that some of the cells in its body have mutated.
Mutated?
What makes you think it's dying? I mean, I'm a mutant.
The mucus cells I diagnosed are very similar to cancer cells. In some ways, they're more effective than healthy cells, but they're out of control. They converge to create a red tissue. Very unpleasant.
The poor thing.
So
But
we're
you
gonna have
brought
to
up an
aim for
interesting
the
point.
red.
Want to know the core difference between mutants and non-mutants?
Of course I do.
The changes made through alchemy and magic in your body would require thousands of years to develop on their own. This development would result from genetic errors.
So
that would
basically
cause
the
the
Witcher
body to adapt,
potions
become a more
are
efficient
engineered
organism,
evolution
effectively mutate, but over a
in the
very
form
long
of
time.
metamorphosis.
When this development occurs over millennia, across multiple generations, we proudly call it natural selection, evolution. When it occurs quickly, in a
Basically what I
single
just said.
organism or a few representatives of a species, we frown on it as mutation.
And here I thought you liked me. What else?
The Kayran's highly venomous.
Any ideas for an antidote?
Your Witcher's metabolism should neutralize small doses of the toxin. But if I were you, I wouldn't rely on my mutations alone. An Ostmark potion should do the trick.
I know the herb, but haven't the faintest where I might find it around here. I need to think, figure out how I want to fight the Kayran. Maybe I won't need the potion.
Do what you will, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Sheila might be eager to get this done.
I'm gonna look for this
but before you
Ostmark,
go see her, ask some of the locals.
as
about
I'm a
Ostmark.
cautious person.
You could try Cedric. Here's the formula for the potion. I need to take care of some things. Manage without me for a while? See you.
Oh, and there it's called the Mongoose Potion, apparently. That's handy. Why can't I do something like that? Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna go do the potion thing. Would have been nice if Triss could have given me a ride back to Flotsam. Or Levinden, since that's technically where I need to go talk to Cedric. It is rather odd that it called the mongoose potion. Though it does make me wonder if mongooses do have a poison resistance, since they are known for devouring serpents. Why the Pokemon Zangoose is the enemy of Seviper is because it's a mongoose and a snake. Then there's the silliness of a very, very minor character in My Hero Academia whose name is Mongoose and she has a serpent head. I say it's very minor because she shows up in like one flashback. The flashback, one of my favorite characters though. Okay. Don't think I'm too far from the Binden. Check the map just to be sure. I am going the wrong way now. Ooh. That was interesting. Random loading screen. Cedric? Come on. You're not Cedric then.
I'll be damned.
Now let's see if he's up here on the lookout bridge. Looks like he might be. Okay.
The elf woman you were talking about.
Not
How
what
did
I
she
want to talk to
disappear?
him about.
Sir Herim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone. And neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
Nice and mature outlook on things.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that day.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you
good that
ask
he's
about the
using that.
old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
Okay, so I can... Okay, that's a trap. So that's how we make some stuff. Question is, when it comes down to it, are either of these better than my Moonblade?
God.
Let's see. I guess maybe I'll have to talk to somebody else about the, I need to get an iron frame and some silver ore for that. I can make 7 daggers. I'll make... Oops. I need silver to make a silver sword. Dirt. There. No, I don't have any wood. That is not what I meant to do. But let's sell that thing I just made by accident. If there's a way to do so. Oh, that's the thing I made by accident. There. Never mind then. We will instead put those there. And he was apparently no help in trying to find this stuff. Ost something? Ostmerk. Okay, Ostmerk. As well, talking to Cedric. Though it says that you can make the potion without Ostmerk if you have the right ingredient. Who knows, maybe I do. I do not. I used to, though, but I used it up. So this says that you, or that he can just tell you about it, apparently. But It does say that the cave full of neckers that I went to apparently has the Ostmark. So I need to go there. Which means following the river. Let's see if anything attacks me on the way. Like you. I thought there was going to be less of them. And back to the water. And another one. There's the waterfall. I really need to get that crowd fighting thing. Dip in the pathway, apparently. Okay. So what I'm hunting for is supposed to be in here, in a dark section. Here.
Guess they'll let it
That was odd, it wasn't showing me the HP bar. Yeesh. I really need that group fighting. Ostmark is presumably a plant of some sort. Is it the blue stuff that I actually use to make some salmon? Oh boy, if it is, I'm going to be really annoyed. Because it certainly looks like that's the case. It is. That is the case. Lovely. That's probably why he couldn't tell me where to find it, because I had already found it. Okay. Looks like I can't make the potion. I've already found the Ostmark. What about this Entrega embryo? Used to craft conflagration traps. Don't I have some of that? Entrega embryo. Oh, that contains Fulgur. That's one of the things that I need. Okay, what I'm missing is Aether. Okay. Yeah, I've got the Entrega embryo. Greater vitality mutagen, no. It looks like I gotta go to an apothecary and do some shopping or something. And I went back to where the Ostmark is. More?
How many more can there be?
Yeah, that about sums it up. It looks like there was only the one. Darkness Forsaken map. I really wish it didn't rotate. It makes it really hard to find my way around when the map changes like that. Oh, there's some necker bits from before. Here's the bridges. Okay, good. I am out of here. Okay, so I need to get one of those items. Which will probably be done easiest at an apothecary. I've already said this, I don't know why I'm saying it again. Okay. Never know what could be handy out here. Oh, that's That's exactly what I needed, that scleroderm. According to what I'm seeing right now, I'm gonna do that immediately. Yeah. Boop. Let's make 2 of them, since they make me immune to poisoning. Okay. Now that I've done that, in that case we need to go talk to Sheila, apparently. Thought I heard Erebus messing with something. Oh, he's definitely back there then. He's just wasn't in view when I glanced. Where are the doors? I mean, sure, gates can be a weakness in walls, but there. Hmm. Huh, okay. Bud.
Everything in order?
As far as I know.
I tell him. I'm taking your pound.
Okay, so I'm guessing that that symbol up there either means signs in general or is specific to Axie.
I was thinking. About what, new boy? Maybe we ought to try some honest work from time to time.
What was that?
Okay, here.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Nope, I think I'm in the wrong spot. I think I want here. There's Triss. I'm guessing that Sheila is in the basement. Oh, that is quite the furnished room. If she is, she's not in that corner. Maybe she is upstairs. I want to take a look in this room just to see if... Yep, it is basically just another version of the other room. Plenty of money for the stealing. I'm a video game protagonist. I can do that.
Greetings.
Nope, this is the meat locker. Not the way. It says that she's supposed to be like right here somewhere. Does this place have an upstairs or something? Or is she below the building? idea.
White-haired one. I have an offer for you. Greetings, white-haired one.
Oh, now you're not
I
whispering.
could do with your help. You see, I'm looking for a certain formula.
I'm no herbalist.
I know who you are. I'll be straight. Find the formula and you'll earn a sizable pouch of orans.
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
The formula is in the hands of a certain shopkeeper.
Can't go and see him yourself?
He deals in incense. One type is particularly popular. I think what he sells is harmful, yet I need the formula to prove it. The scoundrel knows that and is very cautious. Yet I assume you, as a witcher, have your ways?
I'll see what I can do.
I'm not sure if he is lying, but that definitely sounds interesting. I guess this is supposed to be a stealth mission situation again. Like I've been doing so well with those. And the bodies are still there. I wonder how long they tend to leave them to hang in medieval times.
Welcome to my modest shop.
What do you deal in?
All kinds of incense, mainly. For meditation, rejuvenation, cooking, making medicine, rituals, whatever you require.
I need one of your incense formulae.
I've got more than 200 here.
I'm interested in the best seller. Someone's offering a handsome price for that formula. They say it's harmful.
Impossible. I haven't had a single complaint. And I'll not give the formula to anyone.
Not sure why
How
you
about
said
this?
that.
I give you a formula for a similar scent. You get your reward, and I keep my secret.
I don't know if he wanted to disprove it.
If I don't get the real formula by the count of 5, you'll be greeting one of the 2 friends I carry on my back. 1, 2,
Wait a minute. Maybe we can come to an agreement.
3.
All right, wait. I'll give it to you. Here. Happy?
Because if there's really nothing harmful to it, then he shouldn't be so cagey about it.
I expected that.
Of course, I wouldn't be surprised if the guy just wants the formula so he can make it himself and sell it.
I always say this. I'll say it again.
We know.
How did it go?
That's an interesting angle.
Did you get the formula?
I am in the dock.
I have it.
Show me.
Here it is.
Grand.
Interesting
I
little
must check its
glitch.
authenticity in the lab before I can give you your coin. I'm a cautious man. Forgive me.
I'm cautious too. Give me back the formula.
All right. We'll go together. I'll wait for you by the gate at the market side.
Such an odd little glitch. Alright. Guess I won't be going after the Kayran as soon as I thought, but every little bit can be handy. Never know what you'll need more money for.
Ready? As I said, I'm cautious. My lab is well hidden, and I want to keep it that way. So I'll have to blindfold you.
All right, but no tricks. One false move and you'll never open your secret door again.
I'm not mad enough to mess with you. Grab hold of my arm.
Oops, shadows. Accidentally
Almost
skipped a line.
there.
Yo!
Now, Porky!
It has indeed. And apparently I was just knocked unconscious. So something I said earlier in the video, since you've presumably just joined me, is I think next week I'm going to go back to Pokemon Shield to do the DLC. And then alternate between the two.
Again.
Doing
I
right.
know you could slice me up like a juicy side of beef if you wanted to. I had to protect myself. I'll ask you to be patient while my men check the formula. You've no idea how hard it is to find qualified specialists these days. In Bleinheim's day, I worked with only the best alchemists.
Bleinheim? I'm under the impression I know the name. Somebody from Flotsam?
No, Vizima, long ago. I need a moment. The results are ready.
Is Geralt supposed to be your guinea pig in this then, or something?
Grand legal fistek. Oh, this will be a big fat vein of gold.
Alright, well then I'll
The
see
truth
you
will
there.
out. Besides, I have a low tolerance for lying.
Forgive me. I was not sure if I could trust you. Here's your reward. You fully deserve it. My men will see you off. Please let them cover your eyes again. I hope to do more business with you sometime.
I'd probably agree if I didn't remember that Bleinheim was one of Salamandra's commanders.
In that case, you'll need to stay here.
Unlikely. Oh, I don't have a weapon. Okay, this should be interesting. Good camera.
Oh, fuck!
Hey, I got all my stuff back. Let's go equip it real quick in the quick time menu. I have my armor. Come on, draw your sword. What the heck? Am I gonna be put back where I was? Nope, I am. Nope, I'm not. Okay.
I know your kind.
Well, if this is just a regular recording, I would probably hit pause and get back to where I was.
That's terrible.
Instead, I'll have to walk there on camera. I may do that. Anyways.
Want you to see your vista, eh?
Ready? I'm not...
Okay, so what's the first thing he says after blindfolding, since I accidentally skipped it earlier?
My workshop is very near. All... Now!
Okay. Come on.
sincere. You
That
forgive my man. I hope
I'd probably.
in that.
Okay, let's try this again. And they somehow don't notice me blasting the door open.
Oh, fuck!
Why can't I roll? Lead him on a bit of a goose chase while I grab my stuff. Well, some stuff anyway. Some regeneration. Okay. And I get my stuff back and re-equip all of my stuff again. That probably wouldn't have gone near so well if I didn't have my Raven's armor. Okay. Apparently nothing of particular value amongst his stuff. What was that just popped up? Formula. This certainly looks very similar to the Necker cave that I cleared out earlier. Okay then. And back to this again, I guess.
Boss, why the hell are we stacking and restacking this stuff?
Oh no, I'm not talking to a freak.
Wait a minute.
Be off, or I'll call the guards.
Well, okay then.
Just keep stacking.
Let's see if I can find Sheila now. Unless she's supposed to be up on top of the inn or something. That'd be a bit odd. But it says I should find her somewhere around here. There's Dandelion and Zoltan. just called him Zevran.
Hey?
That's an entirely different game.
Punches lights out!
Oh, she's still not here. Even though this says this is where she should be.
Stay away from me.
Alright, time to Google again. Okay. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding her. I don't know where to find her. Kayran. Can't find Sheila. Ah. Okay. This is Dockside. Oh, they both have the same thing above them. But apparently I need to go up here.
Hey, handsome.
And apparently she's asleep.
Witcher, I've been awaiting you.
We need to kill a monster that sinks boats.
Afraid?
No, but I suspect we'll need to draw it onto the shore.
Leave that to me.
I can't wait. I bet it's something spectacular.
Believe it. You'll do the honors.
The honors?
Once on the riverbank, you'll kill him, her, whatever it is.
Okay.
What's that? It looks impressive.
A megascope.
What does it do?
Many complicated magical operations. It allows me to communicate with other sorceresses, for instance.
Triss claims that Kayran was born of magic.
She's right. Something that large couldn't possibly evolve in the waters of the Pontar. It looks like the result of some botched experiment. It's growing rapidly and will probably age just as quickly.
I've got everything I need. Let's go.
Excellent. Ready?
Are you wearing makeup?
We all have our rituals.
From what I know, Kayrans are colorblind.
Enough, Geralt. Time to draw the beast out of the water.
Got an ace up your sleeve?
I always do. Don't get eaten, and we'll soon both be heroes.
I hope you're right.
You descend into the lair. I'll stay on the bridge and pull it out onto the bank. Take care. It'll be extremely dangerous, even on land.
Alright, time to take the potion. Oops. Means I gotta do this. Did I actually do it? Doesn't look like I did. Try that again. There we go. And then that's it that I needed to do there. But Use this on the silver. Start a game. I see, I have to hit X to do that. Alright. I don't have the Kayran trap. In part because I believe I needed to do that sneaky quest successfully and then go to Cedric and have him craft it. I could have drank that potion much closer to the Kayran than I did. Oh well. Well, that was dramatic. Release the Kraken. I suppose that would draw it out. Alright. So from what I've read, I need to deal with its tentacles. Here. I've used Earden.
You come down and trap it.
You decide. Trap it with the eardrum.
I'm trying, darn it.
You come down and trap it.
You decide. Trap it with the eardrum. Eardrum. Trap it with the eardrum.
You come down and trap it.
There we go. Of course it's angry, I just cut off a tentacle. And of course that kills. Well, hopefully I'm saved on top of the cliff. Though I'm feeling kind of tired of... Oh! Sure. What a great place to save. Still have that at least. Earden. Come on.
You come down and trap it.
That's what I'm trying to do, dang it. That is not the tentacle I wanted to trap, but I'll take it.
It's angry! Watch out!
Okay. I was in the middle of a roll. Still.
It's angry! Watch out!
Now I should have a safe side to stand on. That's gonna be what finishes it off, isn't it? That was weird. Okay, maybe not quite as safe as I was hoping. Yeah. One more try. Apparently I have to be very careful about that. Have to stand in the right spot and roll out of the way. Good to know.
It's angry! Watch out!
Smash that. Drop a trap. Move. Okay, so I can't do anything with the big tentacles yet. Come on. I am learning.
It's angry! Watch out!
Smash a bit more of that. Now I go to the other side. One more to do. Ah. Just keeping it still. Come on, big guy, one more. There we go. Now what? Good time. Ooh. And squish, just like I predicted. Okay, that was interesting.
We did it. Not a bad fight, wouldn't you say, Geralt? Are you all
What
right?
an achievement.
The beast got me a couple of times.
I've heard you've been in more dire situations. I wonder, are the stories about you true?
What stories?
If you think I'm going to repeat some of the legends circulating about you, you're deeply mistaken.
What now?
I must harvest the most valuable ingredients while the corpse is fresh. I'd prefer to get the entire carcass to my laboratory and strip it down to the bone, but that would be a waste of power and simply too much work. I shall take only
What have you heard about me?
a number of things.
You won't talk about them?
I've no time now. The fresher the ingredients I collect, the higher the price I'll get. Sorry.
Farewell then.
Don't forget to collect the reward.
Oh, I won't.
Alright, and I leveled. I'm gonna do that right now. Ooh, 2 talents. Most excellent. There. And now I go back to town. I will get the quest reward, and then after that I'll probably save and quit. I really hope that the aircon I ordered works. It'll be nice to not have to have the fans running all the time. Why are these fires still going? I'm a smoky bear up here. Because honestly, with the rain, those fires should have gone out a few days, in-game days ago. Oh sure, can't jump down that. It's not the right shape.
Oh, it's just the Witcher.
What a pleasant reaction. I wonder what the time dilation for the Witcher game is in comparison to real world time. I'm sure someone's measured it. That was a bit of research I did once for game world that I'm making. Most games have an hour every, like, 2 minutes, if I remember right.
I think the stew's ready.
You're the one I'm after.
Job done. The Kayran's dead.
Good work. You've earned your reward.
You might want to stir.
And there we are. Now we go in here. And there's this arm wrestling against Bartholomew Bargy, which I will mark and see if I can do that at the beginning of the next before I go on to the main quest. So, that's it for the streaming today. So thank you for joining me, Dashing Duo YT, and my other visitor, I presume. So, till the next, live well.